Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 2. Yes, we made it back for a second episode. Thank you for rejoining us, or if you're new to the first time viewing, welcome. We're amazed by the response we got to episode 1, so thank you so much. We've got 145 subscribers now and over 420 views, which I think blew our tiny little socks off over here in Blighty. Alex, do you want to just sort of introduce yourself again for people that didn't see episode 1, and then we'll go around and meet all our co-hosts.
Absolutely. Yes. Hello, everybody. Welcome back if you're back watching, and thank you for watching the first episode. If you didn't see episode 1, my name is Alex, and I work with Kieran on managing the Bucs UK Twitter account.
Pete, do you want to say hello?
Hi, I'm Pete. You'll probably see me on the forum most days, posting whatever information I come across. I've been a Bucs fan for about 6 years, and I've been a member of the forum for about 4. That's it.
Fantastic.
Oh, I co-run the Instagram page. I forgot to mention that.
Oh, you'll get a plug in whenever you can, won't you?
Yeah, I will.
And Adam, our fellow Insta Meister.
Yeah, I'm Adam. You might know me better as Adam Wales on the forum. I've been a fan since 2012, joined the Bucs UK in 2016, and I also help run the Insta account.
Fantastic, thank you. So, Alex, first of all, before we get this week, we're going to talk about the schedule. But I thought it'd just be really good just to again, because we were aware that some people might be watching this for the first time. So we'll just talk a little bit about the response we had last time, a little bit about the club again. We'll try and make it a bit quicker this time. So, Alex, tell us about what people thought of episode 1.
Generally, they were very positive. We got some great feedback from the forum. Thank you to all of you who submitted the feedback. That was great for us. We saw some great ideas as well, which we're hoping to take forward to go in the future. The response certainly on Twitter, and I'm sure I know you've seen it as well, Kieran, has been extremely positive, and the comments on YouTube. So we're just very grateful to not only the Bucs UK members, but any Bucs fan who watched it for all your positive feedback and advice. So thank you so much. It's been great. Brilliant.
And Adam, for those of us that okay, Bucs UK, what is all of this about? They might see this flag, 35th anniversary. We've been going a little while, and Adam, you've been a member a little while, so long enough to know about the club. If you were to try and explain it to someone else, what would you say?
Well, there's 2 things that stand out to me. We're a group of guys who get together on a Sunday on the forum. We talk Bucs, like-minded people, watch the game. If we lose, a bit of group therapy, and it's all good. But there's 2 things that stand out to me. One of them is the weekly prizes. They're brilliant prizes, competitions. Just go on to hand here, got a signed Vita Vea helmet, got to plug the competitions. And the other thing, which not everyone might know, is before I joined the Bucs UK, obviously I was a fan of the Bucs, and you don't realise, you meet people like Joe McCoy, Quan Alexander, James Winston, and all that is through the Bucs UK. Warren Sapp last year, Simeon Rice, these people, like Brian Ford, having a pint with Brian Ford in the Admiralty. It feels like the Bucs UK is like an extended part of the Bucs franchise organisation themselves, and it's nice to have that level of you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. That's a really nice way of putting it. Thank you. And Pete, do you want to add anything, Pete?
No, just that it's a great place to come and talk to like-minded people who love the Bucs and want to discuss everything about them.
Fantastic. Okay, so without any further ado, we should get on to the meat and 2 vegetables of our show this week, which is to discuss the schedule. Now, I'm sure everyone knows there's 16 games in the schedule, and if each of us talks for 30 seconds about 16 games, everyone's going to be asleep fairly quickly. So we promised that we'll only do the first 8 games. We're going to split it over 2 episodes, and you can see how we get on. What's been really nice, though, is we've polled all of the members of the club to fill in a survey. So as well as hearing about Adam and Alex's and Pete and my picks, we'll also see what the club consensus was. What do the Bucs UK fan club as a whole think we're going to win? So let me just try it by the magic of the internet. So if I hopefully now share my screen, this is just a refresher of what the schedule looks like. And we're not going to talk about the preseason because preseason, who cares? I'm hoping they're going to put Brady in a big sort of lump of cotton wool and just like fine him if he goes off the sideline. To be honest, but the regular season, that's where it's at. And actually, the first game to talk about is for me at least, I think without a doubt, the biggie. So New Orleans on the road. It seems we always play the Saints either at the beginning or the end of the season. And we are 21-35 against the Saints. It's well, mind you, the Bucs have losing records to most teams, but that's going to change. But the last 3 games we've lost, and ever since we had that one fantastic shootout a couple of years ago, but ever since then it seems like the Saints have got the better of us. So let's kick off. Alex, tell us what you think Saints on the road starts like week 1.
I think it's going to be really tough, especially considering the chances are that the off-season is going to be disrupted due to the current situation. We've obviously got a brand new quarterback that's coming who, Brady's got to learn the offense. He's got to learn the playbook. I think my heart says a win, but my head says that we're going to lose, and I'm going with my head on this one. And I think the Saints have kept their team predominantly together from last year. They're just going to be so strong. I don't think we're going to be quite ready to match from week 1.
Okay, so glass half empty from Alex. Pete, bring us some good news.
Yeah, I think it's a win all the way. I think
Tell us
we're going
why.
to start with a bang, and I think that it's going to be straight in with a win. I think we've got a great advantage if this COVID stuff is still going on and there's an empty stadium. I think that's going to affect the Saints' mindset. Plus, it's a completely new team. With Brady at the helm and with Gronk in there, we've got so many weapons that you've got to decide who your matchups are. Who are they going to cover? Who are they going to double cover? So I think that it's going to be tight. It's always going to be tight, but I think we could prevail.
I think if we could win, that would be a statement across the league, wouldn't it? That would everyone know the Bucs are for real this year. What do you think, Adam?
Definitely.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough game. I can't see us winning straight off the bat without a good preseason. So I don't know. I'd like to see us win, obviously, but I can't see us winning the first game.
Okay, so what did our fans say? Let's see if I can get the magic of the internet. So so here we go. So our Bucs. So my prediction as well, unfortunately, was a loss. I'd love to think we'll win, but I just think, like you said, we've got a whole new system to learn, a whole new quarterback to bed in. Don't get me wrong, he'll know his way around the playbook, but that chemistry, there's a reason why they're out in the park at the moment, running routes and things. They want to try and get in sync. Bucs UK consensus, 19% said win, 81% said loss. So I'm afraid we're starting out the gate a little bit slow, but hopefully we can pull it back. Next game, it's against the Puddy Cats. We got the Carolina Panthers. We're at home. It's an early game, so it's going to be really hot. What do you think? Adam, you start off this time.
Yeah, well, when I was doing this schedule, I'd done like a hardest game and an easiest game. And as it happened, week 1 was our hardest game. And I think this week 2, I know it's quite controversial, but I think this is going to be our easiest game. I think, and we're both new teams, but they are newer. They've got a new head coach. We got way better weapons than them. So for me, it's definitely a Bucs win this game.
Okay, that's good. So you've got us at 1-1 then. That's not a bad start. No. Alex, what do you reckon?
Yeah, I agree with Adam on this one. I've got us winging this one too. Ultimately, with the Panthers, the secret is shut down the run game, and we've got one of the best run defenses in the league. We stop Christian McCaffrey, chances are we're going to win this game. They haven't got Cam Newton anymore. I think it's Bridgewater now, isn't it? I think he's now their quarterback. Yes, don't get me wrong, he's a good player, but I'm confident we'll be able to stop Bridgewater. So if our run defense is as good as last year, we stop McCaffrey, we don't make any turnovers on offense, we can definitely say hello to the wing and be 1-1 after that one.
I like it. And Pete, what do you reckon? 2-0, is that possible?
Oh, definitely. Guaranteed win. Absolutely all day it's a win. I think we're going to absolutely destroy him.
Oh, Pete's like Namath. He's guaranteed the win. You heard it here first.
Win.
Yeah, guaranteed win.
I like it. And you know what? I fancy it as well.
They've lost all their O-line, so or their D-line. We're just going to be all over them.
Actually, I completely agree with you. I think it's a win, and I think it's a really important win as well because it's at home. I think there's something about all these fans are buying tickets, and there's a real buzz being generated. So I really hope the home crowd get a win. Early games do worry me because it really is hot in Tampa at that time of year. Assuming we're actually playing at the right time of year and it isn't all happening in January. That's the other thing. Well, let's not even go there. But you know what? The fans are faithful. 97% said win. I think the 3% must be only one or two people. Maybe they ticked the wrong box by mistake. We don't know.
I can't see Brady losing his first 2 games in Tampa.
No, definitely not.
Tampa. It's just not going to happen. He's not going to lose 2 games in a row.
You think
It's going to be a massive shame if the stadium's empty for that first home game, Brady's first home game. If that stadium's empty, it's going to be such a shame.
Yeah, cool. Okay, motion carried. It's a win. Bucs are at 1-1. That's what we think so far. So the next one, we're on the road again. We're off to the Broncos. Again, it'll be hot, and it'll be high up. And it's a late game at least, which means unfortunately my kids won't get to watch it. What do you reckon? Let's go, Pete. It's your turn first. What do you reckon for the Broncos?
I think it's going to be difficult, but I think it's going to be a win. I think it's going to be a lovely return for Shaq back to Denver, and he's going to be all over Drew Lock.
Do you think it's going to be personal then?
Yeah, definitely.
I like that. What do you reckon, Adam?
Yeah, this is going to be a defensive game. I think defensive is they're going to come out on top. Drew Lock, we don't know much about him yet. He's maybe starting to gel with the team, but I think our guys, Shaq Barrett, JPP on the side, are going to give him hell. Another thing as well, I've noticed, it's another late game. This is going to be a recurring theme during this schedule, I think, for the UK fans.
It's the Brady effect. Yeah, we're on prime time. I think it's like 5 prime time games, and don't forget the end of the season, there's flex as well.
Yeah. It might be a favourable schedule for the Buccaneers themselves, but it's a brutal grueler of a schedule for the UK fans.
Yeah, a lot of late nights.
It's what we live for. I've been told I've got extra holiday I've got to take at work, so I'm just going to book all the days off afterwards. Alex, what do you reckon to round out the picks for the Broncos? Give me some good news.
Yeah, I've got us down. Give some good news. That was no, I can't because I don't think we're going to win this one. Unfortunately, I agree with Adam. I think it's going to be a defensive battle. Denver are known for their defensive. They produce some really good defenses over the years, and I haven't got any statistics or anything to go by. My gut just says that Denver are just going to pip us on this one.
Okay, well, that's not bad. I think we'll take close games because I think that could be the difference. Last year, there were lots of close games we lost. We're hoping that, Brady, Gronk, new vibe, big crowd screaming, that can make a difference. And actually, the fans, I also picked to win along with Adam and Pete, and the fans also thought it'd win. But they, again, really, really close. 59% said win, 41% said loss. So, I think Denver are one of those teams that they're not high on people's radar at the moment, but a bit like the Bucs, they are in the ascendancy. I think they're a team that's got some vibes about them. Speaking of which, my favourite game from last year was against the Rams. So I think we'll come back to where we get on that one. But hey, they're roommates, the Chargers. What do people think about the Chargers? Why don't you start with us first, Alex?
I'm not overly concerned about the Chargers this year. I've got to be honest. I think the fact they've lost Phillip Rivers is a huge loss for them, and I think we're going to win this one. I've got us 2-2 after that one. I think we will play really well against them. I think Brady will have a great game against them, and I think we're going to come away with the win.
Oh, I like that. Pete, can you agree?
Yeah, definitely. Another easy win. I think, like Alex said about now they've lost Rivers, who's going to take control? Is it going to be Tyrod Taylor or is it going to be Herbert? It's going to be the big deciding factor for him. Who can take control?
I reckon it could be both. I reckon you start with one and you end up with the other.
Yeah,
got car crash written all over it. What do you think, Adam?
Well, I'd put a spanner in the works here because I think this could be a game that we lose. Like every year, as Bucs fans, we seem to lose a game and we don't know how we've lost it. Like the New York game last year.
Yeah, Giants game.
And I think this is going to be one of those games. like Tyrod might be playing for his career. He might have no option than to play absolutely brilliant. And the Bucs always tend to lose a game that no one knows how they lost. So I've just got this.
They lose quite a few of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, quite a few of them, yeah.
Too many.
I've got a slip-up game that maybe the last game we don't deserve to lose, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like if we lose in the future, it could well be because the other team are better. But I think we're going to be the better team in this game, but still manage to find a way to lose.
So that's what they call a trap game, isn't it? It's like where you've got everything. The spread will probably be in our favour. The Chargers aren't a team that we play very often. If you look at the overall record, 3-8 all time. I'm pretty sure some of those are probably pre-Super Bowl as well. But we have won the last two. So I think it's a win as well. And actually nearly 90% of the fans think win, which I thought was really interesting. So that would leave us. Yeah. So I think that would leave us 3-1. Alex is saying 2-2. Adam's saying 2-2. Pete's got us at 4-0. That's more like it.
I love the ambition, Pete. I love it.
This episode is sponsored by Kool-Aid, and Pete has drunk it.
I'm well on board.
I like your start. Okay, so we'll take a little break there. We'll come back to the other four in a minute. But in the between, it's competition time. So if I just share my screen again. So this was the competition that we had last time. We asked people to send us some photos of them dressed in their Bucs gear, just to try and sort of get a bit of solidarity, a bit of excitement going through the season. And you could enter twice, families, and the response we had was utterly fantastic, really, really good. And we thought we'd use the podcast or vodcast, I've forgotten what we're calling it, to try and announce where we're going. So in terms of the results of the competition, so first of all, we promised some new members, because we've had many new members this year, and we thought actually we ought to try and treat them a little bit special, get them inducted. And that doesn't mean like sellotaping them to the goalposts or something, but actually giving them a chance to win some prizes. So we have 3 prizes for new members. All the winners were chosen by Phil and Dave. So if you don't like it, I can give you their address. And Alan Reed, Andrew Beale, and Scott McKenzie, congratulations. Each of you will be receiving a Buccaneers yearbook from last year. Not all of the teams still produce the yearbooks now. Most of them do them as PDFs. And the Bucs have a really big yearbook. So it's a nice, thick publication. We ought to thank Tim Lewis, I think Gary Botley and Ian Costain, because they brought them all back from America in their suitcases. Well, I think we had some excess baggage to take care of there. So that's the new members, but the sort of metaphorical drum roll for the finalists. So the prizes that are on offer, we've got a signed Derek Brooks photo, really great one from the Super Bowl. That's your first prize. Second prize is a money can't buy lovely white Bucs UK polo shirt and a cap. And third prize gets a brand new back Bucs cap. So our finalists, and the judges thought this was really close, cliche. But so little Alfie Fletcher, Stuart Fletcher's son, for his zombie Josh Freeman, we thought was good. Mariana Worthy, who's Wembley Buck, but actually moved and no longer lives in Wembley. But she got to meet Buckified Bert and got bonus marks for having the Bucs UK flag in the background. And Nigel Smith, I presume it's his wife Margaret that took the photo. She's a member too. And that was them and the family out there for his birthday. So Pete and Adam, you guys came up with a great idea for how we actually pick a winner. So we couldn't decide. It was way too close. So we found a really cool way of doing it. We have the Bucs UK Wheel of Opportunity, should we call it, or a Wheel of Fortune? That's probably copyrighted, isn't it?
Yeah.
So in Bucs colours, we got Alfie, we got Nigel, we got Mariana. Am I spinning for third first of all, or am I spinning for the winner?
Ooh.
Spin for the winner.
Yeah,
Okay.
let's go for the winner.
Spin it to win it. Okay, eyes down for a full house. Our winner is...
It's exciting.
Oh, it's Mariana. Well done
well
to you.
done.
Well done. Congratulations.
Well done.
Very good. So we'll pluck her out, and then second place. Who's going to be second? Come on, Alfie. I'm rooting for you, Alfie. Although that top's way too big for him. I dare say his dad will nick it. Oh, yeah, we go.
Oh,
There we go.
So Alfie,
second.
Well done,
place.
Alfie. Well done.
yeah, that's really
Well
cool.
done.
So Alfie's in second, and Nigel third. There's no shame in third. There were some really, really good photos, and we're really grateful. It was really nice to see, and actually, it made us think. We kind of wanted to do something special with all of the photos that we'd received. We thought we'd turn it into like a little video. So it's only about sort of 60, 70 seconds long, but we'll slot it in now, and you can see if you can spot yourselves.
I'd just like to also say a big thank you to the UK American Sports Store for donating the Bucs hats for the competitions as well. And we did a competition with them on Twitter, which one of our members won a T-shirt from as well. So just a big thank you to them for being part of the competition with us. So yeah, thank you to you guys.
Absolutely, and hopefully you all like that video. I think we're going to sort of stick it up on all our various social medias. We decided to keep it short. You know, if you want to find out what a flavour of what joining the club's like, we'll stick it as tagged on top of our Twitter and our Facebook and our Insta and all the other cool phrases that I don't know. Okay, so without any further ado, we will go on to the second half of the schedule, and I think this is where it gets interesting. So we are on the road to Chicago. Our old NFC Central foes. So we've played them a lot. We are 20 and 39 against them all time. We have the misfortune of having seen them beat us at Wembley in person, so it is personal for me. Adam, what do you reckon about Chicago?
Well, first of all, I hope everyone's going to book the Friday off work, because I think this one is going to be a belter. It's going to be another primetime game, the first one of the season. And I think we're going to batter them. I really do. Mitch Trubisky, Foles, who's it going to be? We really don't know. And I think we'll all be gelling and clicking by now, our team. I think our defense is going to be too strong for them, and our offense certainly is going to be too good for them. And I think we're going to steamroll these.
Thursday night. I really hope we're wearing the all pewter outfits.
Oh, yes.
That is a beautiful jersey. Absolutely stunning, that one.
They don't call it Colour Rush or anything anymore, do they? But whatever they call it, I hope we're wearing it, because they released the pictures, didn't they, the other day of Tom wearing
Yeah,
the
those pictures
uniform.
of Brady in them.
I've got a crush on Tom Brady now. I don't mind
good.
Yeah.
Don't let your wife find out that. Don't let your wife find that out.
Alex, talk to us about the Bears.
I'm going back to the glass half full. I'm afraid. I don't think we're gonna do it against them. I just think, again, the Bears, their defense has been known to be good over the years, and my concern is going to be our offensive line. And there's one guy in particular that worries me, and that is, of course, Khalil Mack, who is just so strong when it comes to rushing the quarterback. And yes, we brought in Tristan Wirfs, offensive tackle, a great draft pick, really happy. can one man change our offensive line? We'll find out. But if Khalil Mack can get through that offensive line, get to Brady, he's gonna have a very hard night. So I think he's a superstar, that Khalil Mack, and he could just be that guy. I know it's only one player, but he could be the one that
you know what?
changes
That's
the
the
game.
key matchup, and that's what I thought. And I must, unfortunately, I also think it's a game that's tight, and we probably, we probably goes to overtime, and we kick to them, and they walk down the field and score, and I go to bed at 4 a.m. wanting to kick something and not wake everyone up. What do you reckon, Pete?
I think it's a win. Of course, it's a win.
No.
I think I understand what you're saying about the Mac and he's quick, but Brady gets the ball out so quick. He's so good at getting the ball out quick. Whereas Jameis held on to it for 4 or 5 seconds. Brady's already thrown the ball by then. So I think that we'll be miles ahead of him. He won't have a chance to even break through before the ball's already flying over his head.
Okay, I like that.
Non-factor.
That would be good, isn't it? And that's how you neutralise him. And hopefully we've got coaches that can do that. I mean, Byron knows his stuff. So yes, like I say, it's away. I think it's nice that we get that game away early in the season when it's not too cold. 81% of the fans think that we can do it, which is that's the third highest so far. So that's a good sign. And let's hope we can pull that one off. So the next one on my list is we're sticking with our opponents from the old division, the old black and blue guys, and we've got Green Bay. And again, the Brady gods of scheduling are smiling on us because it's Green Bay, it's early in the season, and they come to us. Yeah. So Green Bay, Pete, what do you reckon?
Battle of the 12s. I think it's a win. I don't. Yeah, it's going to be a pretty constant through this whole schedule. That I think this year is our year. So I think there's not really much to worry about.
There's more of that Namath coming back. Okay, so Pete guarantees us a win again. Adam, how sure are you?
Well, it's going to be probably one of the tightest games, and I think it's going to be a crazy shootout. Again, it's another late one, so us Bucs UK fans are going to be up late again. But the way I look at it is, you take Rodgers and Brady and put them aside. You take Mike Evans and Devontae Adams, put them aside. We've got a better team than them, I think, on paper. And I think as a rounded team goes, I think we're going to take this game. And
I think once you break down the matchups.
Yeah, that's it. One-on-one matchups. I think we've got the edge. Just.
What do you think, Alex?
Yeah, I think we're going to win this one. The only player that Green Bay have which is of any concern is Aaron Rodgers. For me, all over the field, we on paper. And actually, not just on paper, actually, in terms of the players themselves, I think we're better. And I think we're better in every area. And I believe we can neutralise Rodgers, and I think we're going to come away with the win. I've got us down as a win. I'm confident on that one.
Oh, I'm the boo bird. Sorry, if we were on the NFL Network, I'd be wearing the wolf hat now and howling or something. I think this is going to be a massive shootout. I think this has got points written all over it, and I think Rodgers. I think someone's lit a fire under him by drafting another QB. So I think
he's
very true. Very true.
Is Rodgers even going to be in the position? He could already be out by then.
I think he's got a fire under him, and I think he's either playing for his life or he's playing because he wants to gets an audition to go somewhere else.
That's a good point. I think there's a bit of wild card importance to this game as well, isn't there?
And it's the closest one so far. So 53% win, 47% lost by the members. I think that's some pretty funky stuff. We've got some good quotes coming up from the members about what their take on the first half of the season looked like. But on to, I think, another really keenly anticipated contest. Away to the Raiders. I know that if we could fly and we were allowed to go overseas and the tickets weren't $1 billion each, I think the Bucs UK would be packing out Vegas and probably coming back married with tattoos. This was the game everyone was after. People really wanted it to be the first game of the season because, you've got the Chucky again and that collection. So, so we're off to Vegas. Alex, what do you reckon?
I'm going back to my glass half empty now. I think the Raiders are going to win this one. I don't know why. I know John Gruden's come up against us before since he left Tampa, but I just get a feeling he's up for it every time he plays against us, and especially as it's going to be the first game against us well, not the Raiders is sorry, not the Raiders' first game in their new stadium, but the Raiders' first game against us in their new stadium. I just think they're going to be really up for this, and I think it's going to be a really tough matchup for us. So I think the Raiders are going to nick this one.
Pete, just to check, you haven't picked a
Yeah,
loss yet, have you, Pete?
No.
Where are we going with this one?
I think this will be a win again. But I think, like
Yes.
the others, a lot of them will be really tight. But I think that we're going to win this. And I think it's going to be a massive revenge game for the shootout we had a couple of years ago, with all those missed kicks and all of that palaver in overtime and all that sort of stuff. I think this is going to be a close game, but I think another easy win.
Okay, I like your style. What do you think, Adam?
Yeah, the Raiders, they don't scare me at all, even in the new stadium and everything. I think, again, they're not as good as Green Bay, but I still think we're better than them position for position across the field. So, again, I think it's another, probably, the rookie they just drafted, that Ruggs, he's probably going to be their most dangerous player on offense. So, I don't know. I know our secondary can be suspect at times, but I don't see them scaring us in any way.
So I think what happens in Vegas, unfortunately, probably stays in Vegas. I think it's a loss, but I think again it's going to be close, and I think these losses are doing us good. Trust me, there's a silver lining here, because I think you want to be the team that's winning at the end of the season, not the team that starts off red hot. And you can see there, he says already panicking. I've got us at 3 and 4. So I think that's probably, if I'm right, and I hope I'm not, but if I'm right, then obviously I think the headlines at that point are going to start getting a little bit interesting. Again, this is Sunday night football. It's going to be prime time. It's going to be another late night for Bucs UK fans. And the Bucs fans are confident. Bucs UK says 75% win and only 25% loss. So I think that bodes pretty well.
I think it's going to be a great matchup between Gruden and Arians. Yeah, the battle of the head coaches.
Yeah. I think the biggest talking point about this game is going to be the location. I really do think they're not going to pose as much threat at all.
Oh, the location, which is where I saw today, the Pro Bowl. The Pro Bowl is now moving to Vegas.
Yeah. What an interesting weekend that'll be for the Pro Bowl, eh? The players don't really care much about the Pro Bowl anyway, and now they're sending them to Vegas for the weekend.
They're going to have to fly them in the day of the game, aren't they? Because otherwise, can you imagine you're the person trying to round up all the players. Where are they? Where are they? Yeah, well, half the O-line's in the Luxor.
There won't be any Bucs players in there anyway.
Do you think?
Be ready for the Super Bowl. Yeah.
I see what you did there. You tricked me. I like it. Cool. I say then, to round out our first half of the season, it's actually the game that I'm probably looking forward to the most. It's the way to the Giants. It's Monday Night Football, and again, so you've got that national audience. I think it's a real biggie. And if I'm being honest, I'm still really bitter from the last couple of Giants games, really.
Yes.
The one that got away each year is the Giants, and it just really knocked me off. I'll say that's the PG version. But Adam, what do you think about the Giants?
I don't think much of them at all this year. I think this is either going to go one of two ways. I think we're either going to be a close game, or we'll be neck and neck, and Gay kicks the winner, and rights all his wrongs from last season, or this could be the biggest scoring differential of the whole year for us. I think we could really steamroll these.
Okay.
So one of two ways. I think it's a win either way, but it's either going to be tight and Gay kicks a winner, or we're going to run away with it by half time.
Okay, so a tight competition for you. Alex, what do you think?
Oh, I want us to blow them out of the water. I am still so annoyed about how we lost against them last season. I remember watching that and being so angry that to be the lead we had at half time and then to blow it the way we did. So it's extremely personal from my perspective, because I remember how angry I was watching that game.
The one with Darnold right up the gut for about 50 yards to the end zone, wasn't it? So who's shadowing the QB? No one.
Oh, it was so frustrating. So I really, all professionalism out the window here. I want us to absolutely smash them when we play them. I really do. Avenge last season.
Pete, now, is this going to be the perfect first half of the season?
This is going to be the perfect all season. Now, this has got to be massive revenge. We've got to literally Danny Dimes has got to be in the dirt constantly. I think if we can do what we did last year and nullify Barkley and get him off the field like we did last year. Okay, it's not good to injure somebody, but it's good to get him off the field. But this time, have a plan B, because last year, once he was off the field, we were running around like headless chickens. Didn't really have a clue what we were doing, and then we threw the game away. Whereas this year, I've got plan B.
I think with this year now with Brady, those games that we lost last year, we were all scratching our head thinking, how the hell did we lose that? I think they're going to disappear. I think they're slowly going to go away. Because it was a lot of time down to Jameis's mistakes, not all the time. But I think Brady nullifies that, and those tight games that we lost and probably should have won, they'll start becoming wins.
I think I've just got too many years of her. I think again we shoot ourselves in the foot because it's prime time and something just always goes wrong on prime time, and then we're banned from prime time for the next 3 years as a result for failing to make it exciting. I really hope he does, but I'm clearly in the minority.
Yeah,
91% of the Bucs. So this is the second most obvious win according to our members. Think it's a win, and only 9% say loss. So I think that tells you something. So what that looks like at the half then, so if we're going by what our members say, our members think we got 7-1 overall, 1-1 against the division, undefeated at home. Can you imagine what that would be like for the Tampa
That'd be
Massive?
amazing. I'd love to see that.
They deserve that. They lost a game last year to London. The ones they got, we never really did well as well. Never performed to our abilities at home. And if the fact that we could be 3-0 at home and 4-1 away, and actually, you've broken the back of the schedule there as well, because that's 5 away games you managed to get out of the way. That would be pretty awesome. I think we all agree.
I think if we get to that point at halfway season, I think any Bucs fan is going to take that, because in the past few years, that will be incredible if we do have that.
And in terms of what some people said, your namesake, Alex, Ali Cook, I have the Bucs drop the opener to the Saints, but I do think they have a really good shot of winning this game. Saints are known to be slow starters, and we have beat them in the Dome recently. I wouldn't be shocked if we win this game. And that's him just showing off with his prize competition as well there with that Bucs lead. I like his style. Jack Fletcher, I think with all the change in tampering disruption due to COVID-19, may hamper the Bucs' preparations for that season. I've got them losing the Saints in the opener. However, I believe they will ramp things up immediately. And that's him sporting his Bucs UK beanie. It's almost like we prepped them for this. And Graham Beveridge, who managed to find a couple of cheerleaders to pose with. If we can start strong and stop turnovers, we can win a lot of the one-score games we've been losing in recent times. Actually, I think we've all said that similarly. I think.
Yeah.
So I think that's a recurring theme. Oh, we got one more. One more I shall share from Andy Harwood. Andy says, I think the start is tougher than it looks. Away at the Saints to start will be a struggle, and the Broncos away could go either way. Exactly what you guys said. But they look a solid unit overall. We may take a little while to get going, with Tom getting used to the new system after less training time than normal. Cool. So I think that's some really good views coming through. And I think if we could get to 7-1, I think we'd all be on Pete's Kool-Aid really at this point.
Join up.
Exactly. Join the crew. Get on the bandwagon. We don't care.
Yeah.
So just to close then, we'll just talk about some club stuff. We talked last episode, we talked about the AGM. So we've now got all of the programme firmed up. Saturday the 27th of June at 8 p.m, there's going to be a Zoom AGM. We've got a quiz to go through. We've got all the AGM stuff to talk about. Chance to bond with all your fellow Bucs UK members. We will shortly be sending you an email and posting on the forum. We want people to pre-register on Eventbrite just so we can plan for the numbers for the quiz and things like that. Obviously, you have to be a member to come to the AGM. So if you haven't renewed your membership, head to bucsuk.org, click on join, renew, because that's the only way you're going to be involved. Excuse me. And just if it's anything like my work Zoom calls, then we're going to have to put you all on mute half the time as well. So we'll get that working. And also, in terms of how people can watch and listen to this, Adam, do you want to just tell people how they can listen to us and join this show?
Well, yeah, if you're watching this already on YouTube, you obviously know that we're on the YouTube channel. We're also on Spotify, for those who like listening in the car, Apple Podcasts, Anchor, Pocket Casts, all the usual suspects. We're on all those.
And a load that I'd never even heard of as well.
Mm.
One thing I will say is we're really keen to have your messages. I shall stop our screen share, and hopefully by the magic of computer graphics, which I will add subsequently, somewhere down there will be a WhatsApp number, and we want you to try and send in some videos. So for we kind of, it's really nice to give people their quotes. We want everyone to have their few seconds of fame. So record us a little video and either email it to mail@bucsuk.org, or you can WhatsApp it to 07311 212 713. Don't try ringing that number. Don't try texting that number. It's just for WhatsApp. It's a WhatsApp business account, and then you can try and send us your messages. And you could tell us about how you feel about our predictions, whether we were spot on or whether you disagree. You could try and do a little skit as to why you like the Bucs UK and persuade other people that are watching this for the first time to join, or you can just say hello to your mum. Whatever you want to do is absolutely fine. We kind of want to make you famous, and that's what we want to try and do. So it's goodbye from me. It's goodbye from Pete.
See ya.
It's goodbye from Adam.
Ta-da.
And it's goodbye from Alex.
Bye, everyone. Thank you for tuning in.
And we'll see you again soon. Bye.